So I spent a few hours researching alternatives to Calendly, and I am going to summarize my findings for you in just a couple of minutes. I'm Cheryl with Cheryl.wTf, your business guru. So let me start with telling you I love Calendly. I'm a huge fan. They have amazing features. They're really easy to set up, and they just really tick all the boxes you could possibly ask for. So if I love Calendly so much, why was I researching some alternatives? Well, I also pay for Google Workspace and for Zoom, both of whom this year rolled out some scheduling options, features that are aiming to compete with third-party scheduling apps like Calendly. And I figured, well, I'm already paying for these things and my Calendly is up for renewal in a couple of days. So why pay for something else if I already have all the features that I need? So I wanted to research it a little bit and see if it was going to meet my needs. My biggest takeaway from all of this research is it really, really is going to come down to what features do you need in order to operate your business and meet your needs. And that's going to really determine what choice is right for you and what you're going to have to pay for it. So one of the competitors I looked at was Zoom, and Zoom you have to pay for an add-on to your account. So even your free Zoom, you can pay for just the scheduling add-on in order to get that feature, which is nice. And that cost is about half of what I'm currently paying for one license for Calendly. And half price certainly is a win. Zoom does not have anywhere near the kind of features that Calendly has. Now, if you just need some basic scheduling options and you already use Zoom as your meeting platform, then it's definitely worth taking a look. For me, the deal breaker is that Zoom does not have a payment option integration. So because I'm a business consultant and I do paid consults, one of the things I offer is that people can book a 1-hour paid consultation with me. And it's really nice that they can pay for it right inside the Calendly app, right when they book the meeting with me. It's super convenient. Now, there's other workarounds. You could set up a payment link through PayPal, for example, that then redirects your person to your Zoom scheduling page after they've paid. So there are hacks. You could work around it if you wanted to, but I really liked the fact that it was integrated with Calendly and just made it really, really easy for my people. So for me, that was kind of a break option because I didn't want to go through the extra hassle of setting up other options and redirecting and all that. I also could have done that through my website. I could have put a payment link on my website, again, using PayPal or Stripe. That would then redirect to my Zoom scheduling page. But I like the integration. So for me, it was a break, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a break option for you, especially if the price is right. Now, alternatively, Google's scheduling option does offer a Stripe integration for payments. So that one ticked the box for me. I was really happy about that. Now, one thing that Calendly rolled out this year as a new feature is routing, which is really cool. You can put all kinds of logic and questions in that will route people to your right scheduling event. So if you have a lot of different scheduling options, different length meetings, some are paid, some are free, some are for networking, some are for sales calls, maybe you're supporting a whole team, that routing option offers you a lot of really powerful ways to make the scheduling process really, really simple for your user, but really advanced and really supporting a complex system for scheduling to support your business. Zoom and Google, neither of them offer this routing option. However, another workaround is that you could handle that through your website. You could have a series of drop-down questions that people answer on your website that would redirect them to another page and ultimately direct them to the right scheduling option through Zoom or through Google. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing because I do offer a few different meeting options. I have free business networking meetings. I have free consults for somebody who's thinking about becoming a regular recurring customer. But then I also have those one-off paid meetings for somebody who just has a really specific need, wants an hour of my time, get my input, and boom, problem solved, they move on. So I do have a lot of different scheduling options. I also do some in-person meetings for my local business networking group, but most of what I do is virtual. But I'm going to meet that need through my website with some drop downs, some questions, and then some redirects to the proper scheduling page. But Calendly has it all built in, which is really nice. And I'm really not looking forward to having to reconfigure my website because WordPress is a pain. One of the other things that Calendly has that neither Zoom nor Google has, which I really do like, is they've got a master event page. So if you don't want to use the routing option, you can have people just hit one landing page that shows all the different types of events that you offer that they can schedule. And then they can pick the right one and go ahead and schedule. Whereas if you've got different types of scheduling, well, Zoom and Google both support having multiple different meeting types on multiple different schedules, but there's no master page. So what you end up with is, a dozen links to different scheduling pages, and you're going to have to find some way to organize that in a way that makes sense for your customers or your network to make use of. So that was another really key difference. But overall, they're all valid options, and it truly does come down to what features do you need? What's the make or break? But if you are already paying for Zoom or you're already paying for Google, those are really good options to look into and see if you can maybe reduce one of the multiple different subscriptions that you have and different apps that you have to try and make work together, which is part of what I was looking at is, can I save some money and can I simplify my life a little bit? And I'll leave you with just one more parting thought. One of the other things that I really liked, ultimately, I decided to go with Google. I'm going to use the Google scheduling, and it looks like I'm going to be able to get rid of Calendly and Zoom. Now, Google doesn't play nice with third party. You have to use Google Meet. It doesn't integrate with Zoom or any other third-party meeting app, Teams, nothing like that. It's very Apple of them to do that. So you have to be comfortable with Google Meet for your meeting platform. And Google integrates with Stripe. So you have to be comfortable with Stripe for payments if you want a paid option. So I got to test it out a little bit. I don't use a lot of the bells and whistles in Zoom. Most of my meetings are just one-on-one, not super fancy. If you have more advanced needs for your meetings, then you're probably going to want to stick with Zoom. It has a ton of features, much like Calendly has a ton of features for scheduling. But if you just need something simple, Google Meet might meet your needs. So I'm going with Google Meet. And one of the things that I did really like about that is that Google Meet is showing me my scheduling time blocks right in my calendar, which is really nice to be able to see that visually. Whereas when using the Calendly integration, or if I were to go with the Zoom integration, it doesn't kind of block out that time on my calendar to show me when I have those potential meetings. So that was kind of a nice value add. So my ultimate decision was Google. But I fully support Zoom and Calendly for both their platforms and all of the features that they offer. They're both really great options. And you just really have to put a little thought into what do you need to meet your needs and what can you live without. So if you've got any other questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll be back later with some more tips for you.